RCHUB International Foundation for Research and Education, and ISO certified.
My voice is audible. Is it possible for you to hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And today we start with the cybersecurity. Before we start with the cybersecurity, we should know the micro level of the process of cybersecurity. Then only it is very easy for us to understand what is the concept, why we are coming for this cybersecurity like that. So before, if you want to go with the domain of cybersecurity, the first important thing, you must know the basic prerequisite thing. So today's content, I'm going to take only these things. What are the prerequisite? Introduction to cybersecurity and key concept and all those things. So now I move to the prerequisite. What's the person need before entering into a cybersecurity? First, they must know data. What do you mean by data? Of course, everyone are very familiar with the data. So you can say all the things are data. Of course, yes, everything is a data. But how the data is stored in the machine, that is very important. In what format the data are stored. Of course, we are typing A, B, C or whatever X, Y, Z we are typing here, but how the data are stored in the machine. Then only we can able to understand how far we are going to provide a security to the machine or any resources we are going to provide it. When I come for the data, I will go with that. Suppose, consider that the letter A. Suppose I'm going to type a letter A and I'm going to save it in the file. Of course, it is a one kind of data. But how it will be stored in the machine, that's very important. The ASCII value of A is 65. Of course, you know that. If you are very familiar, it is of ASCII value. Whenever we come for cybersecurity, you should know all those basic concepts. Then only if you do a research, it will be very effective and you can able to communicate very effective and efficiently. So American Standard Code for Information and Interchange. For small letter A, it is 65. How this 65 will be stored? Of course, 65 is a digital value, but we are going to store the data of A in the form of binary. How we are going to store it? We are going to say that it is, since it is notepad, I'm writing here, it is of 2 to the power 0. Better I go here. There are 4 digits, we can say that. 2 to the power 0. So I'm writing here, it is of 2 to the power 0. And one more thing, it is of 2 to the power 1. 2 to the power 1. And one more thing, it is of 2 to the power 2. And one more thing, it is of 2 to the power 3. So when I say, since it is notepad, I cannot able to write it power, you understand that it is 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, and 2 to the power 3. So you can see here it is of 8, 4, 2, 1. So this is the concept. The logic is 15. As a hexadecimal, all the data can be stored up to the maximum of hexadecimal, that is from 0 to 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, A, B, C, D, E, and F. This is what a hexadecimal. So that's what I'm saying, that when you come for cybersecurity, you should know the basic level of data. If you type A, it is 65. So 2 digits is there. So one digit is 8421, another one digit is of 8421. So how it is going to store? The first letter is 6. So here I'm coming here, it is 6. So when I go here, it is of the 0, 1, 1, 0, which means that you can see that it is of, for 4, I'm putting 1. And for 2, I'm putting 1. And for 0, I'm putting. If you count this one, you can see 4 plus 2, it is 6. Same way, when I come for here, the data is stored in the form of 0 and it is of 5. So I'm going to write here, it is of 1, 0, 1. This is the binary format of simple letter A is going to store in our system. So you should understand. Sir, why, sir, you are saying 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3? There also meaning is that. What is 2 represents? Since the machine provides a high-level language, so we can type it in English or Tamil or Telugu or Kannada or whatever the languages. But every data will be converted into machine language, which is in the form of zeros and ones. So that is what we are saying, that 0 and 1 are the 2 letters which is going to rule the world. And why this cyber, the letter cyber, what is meant by cyber? It is a 0. What is meant by 0? It is not a 0, it is connected. It is a connected network. A zero, it is a connected network. That's what the heading is. It's of cyber. So cyber security, the network which is connected with the security. So how far the network is connected? The networks are connected with the data, and the data are in the forms of zeros and ones. And all the data we are going to store it in our system where we can able to take the data. And this is called as cyber security. So you must know that how the data are stored in the machine and how the data are connected in the network. That's what yesterday if I told that two systems are connected. It is called minimum of two systems is called as network. So this is also connected with the cyber security. So this is the basic understanding of data in the cyber security. So every data is in the form of binary format. Okay, why we are coming now with the cyber security? Why is that this cyber security is very popular? The hackers, intruders, and so many persons are involving in the net. Now you can see so many complaints in the cybercrime. In the cybercrime, they are making so many complaints because of scams has been happened. Lot of scams has been done in the online. They are sending a messages and they are taking an amount and they're doing most of the scams has been done that. To protect that, now the cyber security has been becoming very popular. And if we are facing so many students nowadays, they are facing a cyber complaint also. Through online, they are making a scam call and scam messages. All those things are there. So to avoid that, we have to go with the new type of applications or new type of model we have to create it. That's what cybersecurity is also very popular and now. So this is what the basic understanding of data. And the next heading is, it is about data structure also. You should be very aware of this data structure. Of course, everyone as a computer science students, they may basically learn the data structure. I'm not coming with that. One, it is of linear, another one is of non-linear. So what is the difference between linear and non-linear? Linear, it is of same data type. If you go for stack or a list or queue, we can come here with a linear. And major 100% they are making a notification with the concept name. It is called as a push notification. All the notification messages coming through the online, either in WhatsApps or Gmail or any other applications, 100%, 99.9% they are going here with the one concept name. It is called as a push notification, which is coming under the linear data structure. And if you go for the non-linear data structure, it is coming with in my system in D drive, I'm going to store the data in D drive, in X folder, in Y folder, and Z folder, where my root node is my D drive. And the next level, it is my X folder, and next level, it is of my Y folder. And like this, if I come here, that is called as a non-linear data structure. So you should have the basic understanding of linear data structure. First, you must have the basic understanding of number system, and in that binary system and hexadecimal. Then you should have the basic skills about the data structure, about the linear data structure and non-linear data structure. And now we can say that the data structures, we can also divide it. When you come for the database also, there are two types of databases there. One, it is called as SQL. Another one, it is called as NoSQL. Sir, what is the difference between SQL and NoSQL? Suppose the participants is coming, we are going to give one participant's ID, participant's name, participant designation, from which college or which places they are coming here and what type of research they are doing and how long they are experienced. If I store the data, then it is called as SQL. It is a structured format. Participant's ID, participant's name, designation, like that. I want to know the mentality of the participants, how far he is interested, he or she is interested in the research, whether he is doing the for namesake a degree or with an involvement or with some other reason, and what interest he has been towards his interest, like that. With logically, I'm going to store the data. Why he's taken this topic, what is the advantages of taking this topic, like this personally we committed. That is, for example, who is your favorite hero, who is your favorite food, or what is your music you used to listen mostly, who is your favorite music director, who is your favorite music hero or actor or actress. Like that, I'm going to store about a particular person without any general format, I'm going to store the data. Then it is called as a NoSQL. So all the Instagram reels is coming under NoSQL. The person who is like the Instagram reels, like that. Similarly, even if you go for typing the data in WhatsApp, it's also coming under NoSQL. And in general format, if you take a Excel sheet and if you are typing in a particular format, that is called as a structure, query language. Remaining things are coming under the NoSQL. And nowadays, the majority of the NoSQL is taking part. Even if I go to the hotel, what food I have taken or which hotel I'm going, which place I'm going, all the details can be stored here. And this is all coming under, it is called as a NoSQL, which is not in a structure format. Otherwise, I can say one keyword, which is called as a non-tabular data. It is called as a non-tabular data model, where it is not tabulated. I'm going with a JSON concept that is called as a JavaScript object notation. Key value pair, they used to call it as a key value pair concept. So this is what about the data structure, we have to understand that. So first you must know the data structure, and second, the types of data structure is there. Next question is very important question. So many of them are thinking the virus is automatically generated. The virus is not automatically generated. The virus is also generated by us. How, sir? How that virus is generated by us? Now, I'm going to delete this PPT. I'm going to delete this PowerPoint presentation from my laptop. Look at very carefully. I'm going to delete my PowerPoint presentation from my laptop. Of course, this PowerPoint may have 2 KB or 3 KB, depends upon the size. What happens if I delete it? It will go to the recycle bin. Okay, once again, I'm going to delete from the recycle bin. What happened this 2 KB file? Where it goes? Whether it is going out of my laptop or it will be within inside the laptop. It will be only within inside the laptop. Similarly, every day you are getting a WhatsApp messages, 1,000 messages or 2,000 messages. You used to chat a WhatsApp. So once you delete that messages from your mobile, it will deleted from the current application. Remember that the data is deleted from the current application and the data is not deleted from your mobile device. It's just like sweeping the data, sweeping your home and keeping. You can see that in schools and all, we can see that the duster will be with full of powder. The staff members used to write it and they used to rub, and initially the duster was very good and neat shape, and after later on it will be with full of powder, and one student has to go and dump it in the wall and they will come back. That is called virus. The temporary memory, the board which the staff is writing, it is called as a temporary memory. Once they have finished, they used to wipe the data to reutilize that memory. Once they are going for reutilization, the dust will be taken. That is called as a garbage collector. Every mobile devices or any electronic devices, electronic digital devices. Look at very carefully. Electronic digital devices will collect the unwanted data, and that data is becoming a garbage, and once it leads to a virus. This is what the quite common terminologies has been used in all the electronic digital devices. Look at very carefully. I'm saying the word electronic digital devices. Suppose you are having a TV. I'm having a TV for 10 years, sir. Yes, of course. There is no input. There is no output. Only you are watching the TV and you are changing the channels. Maximum you are increasing the volume or reducing the volume. That's all. What about the artificial intelligence TV? When you go for browsing, that time only we know that the data has been stored in the memory and it is taking some part of the place, and that leads to the virus. What about washing machine? Washing machine is also digital, but there is no input. We are giving no output. Just we are setting the values and we are doing the perform operation. Similarly, a refrigerator. Refrigerator is also 2 type. Analog type. You can open the door and you are opening the door and you are doing some performance with the knob inside the refrigerator. That is called as analog. And now it is coming with a digital also. Previously, in the door itself, there is a machine where we can set all the operations, and that leads to a virus. So you should understand that virus is generated only by the human. What is virus? The unwanted data which is stored in our machine. Unwanted data stored in our machine leads to the virus. Then how far different from virus and worm? Worm is entirely different. It will attack only the resources. Sir, what do you mean by resources? My speaker is a resources, my camera is a resources, my keyboard is a resources, my monitor is a resources. It will attack the entire monitor or entire keyboard or mouse or any port number. Even the port won't work sometimes. So this is also leads to a worms. And one more thing, the very important, when you take your topic as a cyber security, if you're going for a cyber security, the attacks is very important. What is attack? Some unwanted data. See, even when I'm speaking here, the fan is rotating up on the ceiling. If you capture the audios, this fan sound will also be stored in our database. It will also be recorded. And this sound will make some eruption also. Suppose if you make like if you record it normally, it will go with eruption also. So all those things are possible. And that's also one kind of attacks here. So when I go for here, there are different types of attacks. So basically, if you're really interested in cybersecurity, first you must understand what is data, which data is going to be performed here, all those things are there. And you can see the different types of attacks you can see here. I'll come here. The 20 most common types of security attack. Today, I'm going to take about the entire Tamil Nadu. Assume that I'm going to display about the entire Tamil Nadu. How many districts are there? What are all the districts? Each district has what are all the benefit. That is what today I'm taking, just like a cyber security. 20 attacks are there. What is the attack? You cannot able to do a research in all the district. You can able to take only one thing and you can perform an operation. But please be very confident. If you take a DOS attack, denial of service attack, go with that itself. Don't switch over to next attack. If you cannot able to find the solution, then if you are going on to the another attack, then such that you are not confident in your research work. This is what the normal mentality. And second one is of man in the middle type of attack. Next one, it is called as a PCS attack, where the actor sends the email. You can see some email will be there. Some anonymous email we will receive. And based on that, we will get an information. This is also called as a phishing attack. And you can see, I'll come here with that. Next one attack, it is called whale phishing. Spear phishing attack is there. Ransom attack. So whichever attack you want, password attack, you know that password attack. And I'll come with the next thing that is called as an SQL injection. If you have a free time, you can check it on SQL injection. If I put one keyword in the username, I can get the entire username and password of the particular websites. That is called as an SQL injection. It is also possible. You check it in the net. SQL injection. Certain code, hash, certain number. I don't want to spell it here. Certain code with hash and number. If any web page is there, if you put it in the username, we will get the entire username and password of the particular domain. So you should be aware of when you're generating an application or when you're generating a model, you should aware of the attack also. So the hackers may ready to take all the details of username and password. It is possible. So you should design in such a way that the attackers should not attack that information. So this is also a password attack, and that's what I told, that SQL injection attack. It is a structured query language. It will go and fetch from the database of a particular username and password, and it will list out all the username and password. So once I get the others username and password, I will go and I will do some malware practice and I will make a scam also. Please give this much amount, otherwise I cannot able to do this one. It is also possible. And it is so that whenever you are, even when you are going for designing a model, you please be aware of all the attacks and then do that one. It should be very safe and secured also. So this is that's what you can see here. Here I given the word. It is called as a login credential. So all the login credential details will be extracted by a single person. You no need to be a programmer and all. Sorry, whether you have to be a programmer for, no, nothing is there. Just if you go through searching, they will give the code. You can just type it and you itself can get the detail. So this is called as an SQL injection. And next one, it is called as a URL interpretation, where with the help of URL, we can able to do all the malware practices of attacks. And session hijacking, very important, especially in the hijacking. So you know that hijacking, I can see a bus is hijacked. Like a bus is just like a packet. When you come to the computer networks, in the OSI layer, 7 layers are there in the layered networks. The first one, it is called as a physical layer, where the dimension of the wires, and second one is called as a data layer, where all the data will be packed in the packets. And I can hijack also. I can able to take that packet to my level. And especially in call forwarding, we can do it. Whatever the call it is coming to you, I can able to make the call forwarding to myself. There are some hijacking techniques are there. So you must know that technique, basic techniques. If you know, you can hijack even my phone also. So whatever the message coming to me or whatever the OTP coming to me, so that you can hijack and you can forward that OTP also. It is also forward. So it is all your interest, sir. It is possible, yes, but your interest to learn one concept. If you are interested, go with that one topic, and you can learn a lot in this session hijacking, brute force attack, and it is always coming under the login credential. Once again, here also we can come with a login credential with an access of targeting system. So I can able to target the systems and I can able to access here. So this is brute force and web attack. And there are a lot of things in the web attack. Insight threats are there. Like that, we can go Tarjan attacks, drive-by attacks, all those attacks. So this is overall. So if you want to go with any one, if you're really interested in that, go with any one attacks and take out the solution. That's what I'm coming here with the network OSI model, which layer is mainly focusing for viruses and all those things, especially for cyber security. It is called as a network layer. So in the network layer, we can do all those things, especially we are going to keep a firewall which is used to protect everything like that. So that this is what about the prerequisite concepts. Now I'm going here with the introductions of cybersecurity. So when I come for cybersecurity, it is really very careful. And especially I request, if you are interested to learn cybersecurity, you can go it, but be very aware of the techniques. Unless you are not aware of the techniques, don't practice it. You must be very aware of it whenever we go for the cybersecurity. So here it protects the system, network, and program from the digital attack. That's what I told them. System, network, and program. You can take anyone. If you're going with network, go with network. If you're coming with program, come with program. If you're going with system, go with system. Don't change it. And similarly, aim to access, change, and destroy the sensitive information and user, especially of money, all those things are there. Main three confidentials. That's what I told that. First one, it is of confidentiality. Second one is of integrity. And third one, it is of availability of this cybersecurity. How far you are going to produce a new model with the confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So this is the key concepts of cyber security. Now we go here. These are all the common cyber attack. Of course, I have given the different types of 20 cyber attack. Among that, I have given here it with the 5 attacks, which is quite commonly used, common type. I have given 20 exceptions also there. Exceptions never rules the world. So I have given 20 attacks. Out of that, I have selected the only 5 attacks, which is very easy for us to go with the process. So first one, it is of malware, including a virus, worm or spyware or ransom, and phishing attack. And next one, a man in the middle of attack with the 2 parties. See, where the communication is going here with the help of third parties. Only the attacks is going to come here with the third parties. For example, your working place is X and your home is Y, right? Your working place is X and your home is Y. Y is a client. Your working place is a server. All the different clients from the home coming to the server and processing in the working place. And once again, you're going back to the home. So this type, it is called as a network. So from the client, you are coming and processing in the server and you're moving on the client. If the data in the server is also protected, the data in the home is also protected. All the attacks will be happen only from the client to the server or from the server to the client. Just like an accident. While traveling, sitting in the home, nothing will be happen. Sitting in the house, office also no happen, but there will be attacks will be happen in between the place from the client to the server or server to the client. That is called as a 2 parties. Either 2 parties we can say, or you can say that client server technologies also. And nowadays you can see most of the applications are involved with third party. A client cannot directly purchase. A client cannot go with directly online shopping. There are third parties are there. This side is client and that side is shop in between application. So this third party application will pass the information to the client and also pass the information to the shop also. So where the attack is possible means with the help of third party, we can able to go with an attack. If the client is directly purchasing to the shopping means no problem, but they are using a third party app. And in that third party app, they are using another one third party app for the phone pay, something like a payment app like that they are using here. So you should always aware of it. If it is X or Y, no problem. When we transfer the information from X to Y or Y to Z, that time the attacks has been happened here. Next one is of denial of services, and also I told about the SQL attacks. So this is quite common SQL injection attacks. So if you are really interested in research from the basic, if you go through that, and it is also very sensitive matter, and you should be very careful when you designing or when you model, because everything is going on the cyber, which is means internet connected. So you should be aware of it. And what are all the safety measures, security measures we are going to use it? One, it is firewall, which is used to monitor the traffic. Another one, it is antivirus. So whether this antivirus is going to recover the virus means no, it is just protecting the virus. It's just precaution. Underline that antivirus is just precaution of a system. That's all. It is not going to remove the virus. It is going to protect the virus. So it is not going to remove that virus. It just protected from the system. That's all. And next one is of encryption techniques, where we can use the encryption technique for even the WhatsApp is with the double encryptions is going on, and multi-factor authentication. Nowadays, you can see that they will send a OTP even when you want to take a amount from the ATM machine also. If this much amount is there, we have to send, they will send a OTP. They will send the password, PIN number. So this is what a multiple authentication in order to protect the data from the client, from the third party. So this is all the things are possible. And next one, it is of regular update and patching, ensuring the softness with the regular update is also very important. So these are all the key concept of cyber securities. So either you can use a firewall or antivirus or whichever the concept is there. And next, this is very important. Now I want to go with cyber security resource. I want to do something in my PhD. So first one is risk assessment, very important. Risk assessment. This is the first step involved in the process of cybersecurity. Previously, we have seen the common types and security measures. Now we are how to do that research. First one is risk assessment. First, I identify the asset, what type of data you are going to use, or what type of system you are going to use, what are all the data you are going to make it. Second one is threats. Hackers or intruders, how far they are coming inside. Then what is the difference between hackers and intruders? Right? What is the difference between hackers and intruders? Hackers means what they will come, they will go with the same original name and they will hack the data and they will come back. Intruders means I am Shaktivel, the same Shaktivel will be sitting as an intruder and I am not the original person. See, I am the original person. Instead of me, if some other person coming as a Shaktivel inside, and they will intrude the group and they will find out the data and they will hack it. Lot of crime has been happened with the help of intruders, especially in the certain groups. I don't want to mention the app of social media application. Hackers are sitting in the group or intruders are sitting in the group and they're creating a group and they're making a cyber crime. All those things happens in that here. So this is what a threats. And next one, it is of identify the weakness. What is the problem, how it has been happened, and evaluate the impact, how to impact, what's the how it has to be impact here. And next one, prioritize the risk level. How far it is risk for the client side, whether it is normal or moderate or low level or high level, like that we have to go for analysis. So this is the first process, it is called as a risk management. The second one, it is of planning. So here the researchers should be well developed. How far they should plan, not from the go with the existing thing first and then come out with some new innovation, how far the securities can be done here. Previously, what happened when suppose, for example, I'm telling that in late 90s or 2000, if a thief is coming to the house or the thief is roaming on the street, what happened? We have to watch it. But nowadays, what happened? Everywhere the cameras are there. So all the CCTV cameras can able to capture the images. Now what happened? No, in the street also, before the house, they are making a lamp so that if any body movement is there, the light will automatically on. Otherwise, this is all coming under sensor related, IoT related objects. So you can suggest in that way also, but now it is coming under the security measures here. So you have to go with the policies and what type of plan you are going to do and what is the role and responsibilities. Very important. This is what a planning. Only in this planning, your ideas is how far implemented in order to improve your research work. Roles and responsibilities and response plans we are having here. So this is about the security plan. And next, how far you're going to implement. in what way you're going to implement. So first one, you can see that the first point is risk assessment. The second point is planning. The third point is how far you're going to implement to the appropriate solution. Whatever the solution, you can go with either a network security or endpoint security or access control. So that these means access control means whether I can give a one more password or one more timing or like that. If I go like that, it's called access. I want to make the securities in the towards the network also. I can make endpoint securities, application securities, and data protection. Whichever you want, you can do it with an implementation, and you should be aware of that one also. So third point is implementation. Fourth point, monitoring. After implement, we have to monitor and we have to detect here. And here I can say ideas, that is of intrusion detection system or intrusion protection system. What do you mean by intrusion detection system and intrusion protection system? All the colleges or all the universities, they are having their own mail ID. So even suppose if the intruder, what they will do, they will come in that mail ID and they can go for certain process. So we have to find out how far this intrusion has been detected or how we can able to protect here from the official mail ID. So all those things are possible also. And next one is of log management. When they are login, and what about the anomalies? There are different types of anomalies has been utilized here. And here also we are coming here, threat intelligence, emergency threat intelligence. What is the, how far the threats has been happened here? If Shaktivel is typing here, what is the method of typing? If Shaktivel is taking class, how far the method is taking the class? If some other is taking class, how far? If it is reflected, then we have to find out the anomalies, what anomalies has been there. So first one is of risk assessment. Second one, it is of security planning. Third one, it is implementation. Fourth one, it is monitoring and detection. Fifth one is incident response. Very important, response. How far the attack has been response, how far it is recovered. What is the percentage level of analysis of the incidents? That is what detection and analysis. And containment. How far the spread attack is going on. Eradication, recovery, and post-incident. These are all the steps should be remembered. The fifth one is of incident response. How far, once you deploy the model, once you implement the model, what is the incident response has been happened here. So this is the process. And next one, compilation and auditing. After that, you have to take according to the laws. Any queries I will explain later on, right? According to the queries, we can come here, auditing, compliance and auditings here, and training and awareness. And seventh one, it is of continuous improvement. How far it is going with an improvement of your model, and backup and recovery. So these are all the steps should be involved in the process of cybersecurity. So first one, risk. Second one, planning. First one is assessment. Second one is planning. Third one, implementation. Fourth one, monitoring and detection. Fifth one, responses. Sixth one, compliance and auditing. And seventh one, you can see training and awareness. And eighth one, continuous improvement. And last one, it's of backup and recovery. This is not needed. Backup and recovery is not needed. We can stop with that continuous improvements here. So this is what about the process of cyber security measures. So first you must understand the basic, next you must understand the process, and please keep on going on process. And process is also which domain you are going to take, what tool you are going to take and how it works. Now I come with a classification. What are the different types of cyber securities or the different types of cyber security? Cyber security is a whole ocean. So now I'm coming here with different types of cyber security and basic thing. 99% they are coming here now. Most of the researchers I have gone through their papers with intrusion detection and intrusion prevention system using a classification algorithm or decision tree or C4 algorithms like that they have been used here. So this is what about the network security, basic thing. It is about network security. And I had no time for going with all those things because everyone is a big version. So I go with a link of network security. So you can see this is about what is network security, and you can see how far the network securities has been implemented, and we can see here, we can go with that. So what are all the types of securities also? Physical, technical, administrative level, and you can see the types of email security, types of network security. If you are interested to go with avoiding a spam folders or automated generated mail can be protected. So this is all things, but you should be aware of it whenever you go for real-time implementation. Please aware of it while going with writing an algorithm and everything. And network segmentations. So this is all related with network segmentations, access controls, sandboxing, cloud network securities like that. Web securities, I told that, intrusion prevention system, antivirus, and firewall securities. So these are all the basic things, and application securities also. And majority you can see that they are going on with application securities and network securities. So this is what the thing has been done. So when you take the topic of security, please make that what is the packet format, how the data are transferred, what is the protocol has been implemented. You must know all those things when you come with the security. Then only we can able to go with protocol, how to protect the data from the unauthorized users like that. So this is what about the network securities. And next one, it is of information security. Nowadays, the very biggest problem. They will take some call. You can see that so many anonymous calls will be there. Even if you not pick up the call, automatically within 10 minutes or 20 minutes, once again the call will come till we have pick up the call. Of course, it is a voice recorded call. This is all called. This is also a technique called as the blockchain technologies. Coming under the blockchain technologies, we can go with the number of calls from unknown numbers. Previously, we can able to identify the customized number, but nowadays we cannot able to identify. They will call from different numbers and continuously they are making a call. Unless we are not taking the call will be coming up. So these are all the things also possible. So that is what an information security. You know, some kind of people, they will take the number and they will call us. Please give donations like that. Then we will ask that who has given my number. No, we have taken the number from this website. How it is possible? It is also possible. Something they are doing like that. So this is all called as a information securities. And here also I given the link about the information security, which you can see here. What is the information security and what are the types of information security? See, everything in your hand. How far you are involvemently taking a topic and you are sitting and learning and preparing, that is what leads to your success. So this is what here. Here I'm giving overall view of all the concepts here. Right. So this is about information securities. And next one we are coming here, it is about endpoint security, which is used for the computers and mobiles and gadgets. All the gadget devices can be able to make it here, and especially antivirus and antivirus tools like that. And fourth one, it is application security. It is very simple. The person who has designing the applications, we can able to go with protection. If you are very good in coding, or if you're very good in the writing a coding for designing an application, then you know that how to protect and how many levels we can able to protect with an application securities. According to me, if you are a good programmer, then you can suggest that it is application security is best for your cyber securities. And cloud securities, of course, the data are in the cloud with the virtualization, and from the virtualization, how far the threats or attacks can be stopped or processed. That can be done here. And IoT is very important. It is about Internet of Things. So now you can see that even the agriculture domain has been very familiar with IoT concepts. So what is IoT? Internet of Things. Then what happened? The sensor is connected with internet, and that from the, see, the sensor will detect the data. I'll tell very clearly. Whatever the sensors you are keeping, the sensors will detect the data, and that data will be sent it to the GSM network. And from that SIM, it will be passes the data to the concerned person's application. So this is called as Internet of Things. For example, my elderly parents in my home, and I want to monitor my parents since I cannot able to be in the home for 24/7. I had kept the sensor in my home. So if my parents are active, no problem. If my parents are sleeping is also no problem. If my parents are inactive, sometimes they may fall down. Automatically the sensor has to provide the messages to my application. So what the sensor will do, the sensor will fetch the data as an image processing, and it will pass the informations to the GSM network. I am going to make a sensors with the GSM module. In that GSM module, there is a one SIM will be there. I am going to have one SIM, maybe of any network. So from that GSM module, the data will be transferred to SIM, and the SIM will be send the messages to my application. So this is what about the Internet of Things. So automatically, once I receive the messages, I will take the necessary steps to protect my parents. This is what the thing. I'm telling a sample example. So where here attack can be happen, because this GSM module will send the information through the internet. It will send the messages to my mobile. So the data can also access from there also. That is also possible also. So the hackers may hack the data. That is a possibility is there. So how far to protect the data? So the person who is going to develop the model should be aware of the attackers, intruders, and hackers. How far if they come and reach also, the data should not go into their hand. So this is what about the concepts of Internet of Things security, right? And next thing we are coming here, it is of identity and access management. Is that a real factor? You can see that nowadays everyone is having a fingerprint even for any application. Whatever the applications should open, I should go open with only my fingerprint, not with my PIN number. That's what I have set here because of unauthorized users also. So that is called as identity. My fingerprint, it is called as an identity, and I have installed in all the app. You cannot say that even one app. All the app with my fingerprint only. If I want to open, only I have to open, not with any other one. If you want to see my app also, with my permission only, you have to open. So I kept all the fingerprints in my, all the 10 fingers also for access, right? So they give only 5 chance. So I can keep, if I keep it in the right finger, when I'm going for eating, I cannot able to open my application. So I want to go with 10 fingers, or I want to go with some other concepts also we can able to implement. This is called as an identity and access management. And next one, it is of data security. How far you are going to provide the data secured. See, here suppose you can see that I have stored my data in my laptops with my application. When it is connected to the internet without my permission, the hackers can take the data. Easily they can take the data. Suppose I stored, consider that I stored one word with all the username and password with all the banking sectors and all my financial sectors, I can store that. If I store like that, even the hackers can take the data. If you're, when you connected with the networks. So you should be aware of that. Then how far the hacker should not take my data, but it should be in my system. So this is all the possibilities of data security. And next one, it is of mobile security, of course. One thing I have to suggest that mobile security should play a vital role. Of course, we are installed, everything is a freeware application. Whatever the applications you are installed in your mobile, it is freeware. We cannot say that it's 100% secure. It is a beta version. So only if you are paid version, you can use that. We can raise the queries. Otherwise, we cannot able to raise the queries also, since it is a freeware. So this is also kind of a mobile security. And next one is of critical infrastructure securities. It is coming under the power grid or water supply systems or transportation networks. Sitting here itself, we can check that where the bus is there, at what time the bus will come. Everything we can check with the security that is called as a critical infrastructure security. And next one, it is called as an operational securities and being compromised for monitoring the controls and disaster, especially disasters management system and ethical hacking. I think some of them are very familiar in ethical hacking. Ethical hacking is of one big course. It's different types of hacking. Ethically, how to hack it. That's the thing of the concepts. How far the ethical hacking is going there. And next one, it is of cyber forensic. Nowadays, you know that even if the murder has happened, one camera has been left over. I think some robot is there. I have read some article. If some incident is happening, a camera is go and capture all the objects and whichever the position is there, like that they are capturing even the fingerprints, even the blood stain, all those things can be captured with the help of cyber forensic. So this is a separate investigations will be there. And these are all the primary types of securities. According to me, I searched here 14. If you go through that, we can go with the cyber security also. And one information for the participants that we going to organize one more workshops regarding the cyber security. Anyway, I will tell at the end of the session. These are all the technologies we are going to utilize. What are all the technologies? So you can choose any one technologies, not all the technologies. Not all the technologies to here. So this is what the technologies which has been used here. So firewall or antivirus or anti-malware, encryptions or decryptions, security information. So these are all the technologies. And when you go for here, technology used for cyber security, what are all the, these are all the sample technologies which has been used here. So when you come for here, there are a lot of more than 20 or 25 technologies are there. So based on that, we can go here with technologies. All the any one technologies you can choose it here, whichever you are interested. And next we are coming here, it is about algorithm used cyber security. So when I come for algorithm used cybersecurity, suppose if you choose encryption algorithm, there are a lot of things. I think most of the people, I have heard that about the researchers, they use this encryption algorithms and they say that this is my algorithm. So these are all related with encryption algorithms. And next one, it is about hashing algorithms, hashing techniques. So hashing, there are different types of hashing techniques. And I would like to say about MD5 also. When I come for MD5, what happens? Suppose I am going to design an application or I am going to design a model. Consider that I am the programmer. I am going to design an application or I am going to design a model. So I know the password and username. I know the password of the admin domain or highest priority person's domain. But if I use an MD5 algorithm, even though I am a programmer, once I set the password, if the admin has changed the password, even though I am a programmer, if I go inside the code and if I go inside the database and I'm going to check the code also, it is not possible. It is not possible for me to retrieve the password. Even though I am a programmer, I will go inside the database and I can go and check the username and password. I may not know. Only the concerned person can go by changing the password. If they forget also, once again, they have to come through the password also. So this is what about the hashing algorithms. And next we are coming here, it is about, first one, it is of encryption. So you can see that this is about encryption algorithm. And the second one, it is about hashing algorithm. So this is all the related with the hashing techniques. So whichever techniques we are having here, we can have it. This is about the hashing algorithms. And next one, it is about digital signature. So this is about a digital signatures with the algorithms which related with cyber security. And next one, it is of key exchange algorithm. So if you're interested with algorithms, you can go with the key exchange algorithms. And next one, you can see that algorithm used for authentication algorithm. Authentication algorithm, and it can be either public or be public key or infrastructure. So this is what it is about algorithm used here, used for the cyber security. And this is about quantum technology. Quantum technology, you know, quantum quad process is there, quantum technologies is there. This is the one of the new latest technology. Even if you go for buying a mobile, it is also, we can say that it is a quad-cam processor. A processor is divided into four. Just like I think you can say idli plate is there, no? One plate which consists of 4 idlis or 6 idlis. That is called quad. A process is divided into 4 or 5. So this is what about the quad-cam processes algorithm, right? So whichever algorithm you want, you can use it here. And this is the end, right? I'll come here. It is about cyber security. So what is the cyber security resources? You can see that different types of security level resources, either network or data or email or web or enterprise or endpoint or cyber security meshes, you can have it here. And before that, I have to go with some ideas about IoT also. So when I come for IoT, I'll take a notepad and I'll go with that. I'll come with an IoT. So what is meant by IoT? You know that it is of Internet of Things. So before you, if you want to go with the Internet of Things here, it is mainly focusing on with hardware and the software also. So you must, if you go for cybersecurity, no need of hardware or everything, or whatever the domain we have speak about yesterday about about machine learning or artificial intelligence or that. But when you come for IoT, you should have the basic knowledge about the hardware and the software. And especially you should have the basic concepts about the sensors. What type of sensors you are going to utilize. And especially it is related with the physical environment. We can have to go here with the physical environment. For example, how many carbon dioxide gas has been emitted in our institution or in your home or like that. You can itself keep that. Keep one sensors in your home and check that how many carbon, what is the percentage level of oxygen in your home. Whether and how many persons in your home. Suppose 5 persons in your home. And what is the level of oxygen consumptions in your home? then how many plants should be planted near your home so that to bring a healthy environment? How many plants? Why I'm saying the plants? This is all the suggestions you can provide. So if your home is concerned, if you go with an apartments, right? The apartments consist of more than 1,000 peoples, and you can see that the apartments is surrounded with only a buildings, not with not with a tree. Then at certain cases, the level of the oxygens will be very rare for consumption. So we can give a suggestions that this much of trees should be planted in order to make a healthy environment. So this is what about the sensors we can utilize. For air sensors we can utilize. And suppose, sir, I don't want to use a sensor, but I want to use an IoT concept. Yes, of course, you can utilize also. You can keep a sensors and you can create an API. Very important. You can create an API, application programming interfaces. With the help of sensors, you can generate one API, and that API will provide the information. Normally, you can see that. What is the climate of tomorrow in Chennai? I can able to see that with the help of weather API. Even up to Wednesday, I can see the weather API of Chennai. I'm talking about the next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, weather API of Chennai, I can able to look at with the help of weather API. And this can be implemented in an algorithm. It is called as a prediction algorithm. It is called as a prediction. Based on the 7 days, I can able to conclude that the next 7 days, the climate will be like that. And even in news also, you can see that this is called as API. If you are ready to prepare an API, you can able to create one API with the help of the sensor support, and you can able to make it here at the micro level, not at the macro level. At the micro level, you can able to keep it here. And here, when I go for the sensors also, there is another one thing. It is called as a controller and modular. So these three things are very important. What sensor you're going to use, what controller you're going to use, and what modular you're going to use, and what is the software packages you are going to use in order to establish this IoT concepts here. Anything you can do. See here, I told about the elderly parents. Consider that I'm going to keep 1, 2 sensors in the knee and the toe of the parents. Consider that assumption. I'm going to keep 2 sensors. One it is on the knee and another one is on the toe. If my parents are sleeping or no problem, if they maybe crook their leg also, the distance between both the sensors I always measure. If it is straight, I suppose consider that it is 2 feet like that. Consider the assumption 2 feet means then they may be walking or standing, or they may be sitting. Like that, we can able to measure the sensors levels and we can able to find it also. So 3 things is very important. One it is sensors, another one it is controller, another one it is of modular, and another one it is of software. So 4 things you have to confirm, and there are a lot of IoT algorithms out there, but it is all your own creation. But here the cost is also mandatory. How much cost for each sensor? Suppose I'm going to make it here. Suppose I want to buy a sensors. What is the cost of the sensors? Some sensors may be costly, some sensors may be of cheap. So which sensor you're going to say? And I can make 2 or 3 more sensors and make a hybrid level of research also. I'm not only focusing on the oxygen level, I want to focus on some other levels also. I can make it here with a hybrid sensors. And you can generate one new model with 2 or more combined sensors, and you can make it here. Nowadays, you can see that watch itself provide every detail. Watch will provide what is the carbon dioxide and what is the gas, what is the pressure, body pressure, everything can be done. Then what is the next thing? We can able to go here. Nowadays, the child theft is there. Child theft plays a vital role. Child theft, so that you can use the sensors in the chain or in the bangle or any devices, so that with the help of GPS location, so that we can able to detect our child when they are moving outside also. So it is also possible. Just I'm giving an overview of this IoT concepts, and various algorithms are there. And of course, this is all related with the sensors, controllers, and modulars regarding this IoTs, right? So now this is my end of the session. I will come here. So when you go for cyber securities, please choose any one. This is not overall. I cannot providing overall. Only a 50% or 10% of the content has been provided in this cyber securities, and similarly IoTs also. So with that, I can end the session of today. If you have queries, you can post the queries in messages so that I can say that. Any queries regarding the session, you can send the messages so that I can. And one more information, please, all the participants, please very aware of this information. This RCHUB Academy is going to organize a workshop on a particular domain, especially in cybersecurity. Please keep in touch with this RCHUB Academy. So on particular, now I'm going with overall. On the workshop, we are not going to overall. We are going to take, suppose if it is of email security, we are going to take email security, how to take the problem, how to identify the gap, and how to overcome the gap, and what type of we can overcome the gap. And with the training session, I'm not talking about a one-man session. Here I have to talk about one-man session, right? I'm going on talking with 1 hour. But this RCHUB Academy is going to organize a workshop with the cyber securities and later on with some other topics also. And so kindly I request all the participants to keep in touch with the RCHUB Academy. And this RCHUB Academy is going to generate a feedback form to you. So please respond to the feedback form and give your suggestion, valuable suggestions and feedback so that we can make the changes in the next workshops like that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Is there any other queries you related, or you can give the suggestion in the feedback also, whichever topic you want, or whatever the help or whatever the suggestions you needed, you can ask in the feedback comment sessions. Any queries, please? Basic tips to prepare thesis. Yeah, ma'am. I want to express my gratitude. Yeah, thank you. I would like to answer for grade. No, I want to just, I'll go. So basic tips to prepare a paper and thesis. Ma'am, very important thing is when you come for the research side, if you go for thesis or if you want to write any journal paper, please aware of novelties. Novelties is very, very important. What do you mean by novelties? Something should be different from others. And please don't stick on to the chat GPTs also. Chat GPTs will provide the ideas. Come with your own ideas. Just even if it is a slight changes in your novelties, it will be accepted. For that, you have to go through, for that, you have to go through the papers. Especially literature review is very important as of my advice. Literature review is very important. Go through the papers thoroughly and don't go through all the papers. Which paper is comfortable for you? Because according to our knowledge, there will be certain papers. Based on your ideas, go through that paper, which is understandable for you. From that, you take the problem and try to identify the solutions from the different papers. And you can come, suppose X is doing this one, Y is doing this one. Why can't you combine these two and we can produce the result like this also? We can say that. So as my suggestion is novelty. And any other queries? Sir, I am interested in ideas in cloud to carry out my researches. Yeah, you can please contact this Hub Academy so that they will give full suggestions for you and the feedback also. So the participants are requested to fill this feedback form in order to improve the level of the organization. Okay. So with that, I think I can end the process. Sir, can we believe SciSpace and chat PDF? Yeah, ma'am, you can take it, but very important thing is, but you have to give the proof only in the form of papers. What they see, you have to show the proof. Sir, in this researchers, they have done this one. So from that I have taken. So you need a proof, just a evidence. We cannot able to talk overall. So I have taken from this website or that website. We need a proof from the papers only. That's a very important. Evidence is needed, whatever you are doing this work. Yeah. See, I think the chat Hub Academy has given the number so that you can contact the number for any suggestion or any valuable suggestion for organizing a workshop. And we need a full support from the participants. Thank you for all the participants who has been cooperating for 3 days. Thank you very much. Do you give a journal? Ma'am, you can please contact the, I think someone is asking, sir, can you provide 3-day workshop slides? Yeah, I will provide. I will provide the slides so that within soon you will receive the side. Yeah, minimum bias imitation. Sorry, I forgot. Anyway, if I had a chance, one more chance, I will come and explain that concept. Thank you very much. Yeah, sir.
Contact RCHUB International Foundation for Research and Education. WhatsApp 9888 231 231.